So I came across a great deal on the Canon R8, and I couldn't resist buying one. In this video, we'll take a look at just how good the R8 really is. Alright, let's start with first impressions. I have to say, I was quite surprised by its compact format and lightweight design. It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be, really convenient to carry around. Now the grip is smaller compared to my other cameras, but the ergonomics are still much better than on other compact cameras I've come across. I do wonder how it will hold up with larger lenses, like my 70-200. But with smaller lenses, like my nifty 50 or even 14-35, it feels great. I just love it. It's amazing they were able to pack so much tech in such a tiny body. In terms of layout, the R8 is almost identical to its bigger brother, the R6 Mark II, with the photo-video switch on the left and the on-off lock switch on the right. Personally, I think this layout works best on Canon cameras. It's easy to turn the camera on and off with just one hand, and switching between photo and video modes is seamless. Ideal for hybrid shooters, like this guy. Now there are only 2 dials on the R8, but there's a customizable D-pad on the back, which is totally fine. I'll just map one of these buttons to change ISO. One thing I did notice though is that there are only 2 custom modes rather than 3, but that's just a minor drawback. By the way, I'll be doing a full setup guide for the Canon R8 soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. Now let's talk about what really caught my eye in the R8. The awesome 24 megapixel full frame sensor, which is the same as the one in my R6 Mark II. Image quality is top notch, with excellent dynamic range and low light performance. On top of that, the R8 inherits the same fantastic video capabilities from its bigger brother, such as oversampled video from the 6K sensor, slow motion up to 4K 60 without a crop, and built-in C-Log 3. It's a video beast. The R8 also features Canon's most advanced autofocus system, dual pixel autofocus 2. I just love the auto subject detection, which can automatically detect varying subjects in the shot, such as humans, animals, and vehicles, without having to change settings. And also the ability to set subject detection to hold its focus when the subject leaves the frame, and only to engage again when the subject re-enters the frame. Really impressive for such a compact little camera. Of course, not everything is perfect. I do have a couple of concerns, and I think it's important to address them. First up, battery life. The R8 uses the smaller batteries, so it won't last as long as cameras using the bigger batteries. For photography, that's not a big concern for me, but for video, it might be something to consider. In my first test, the battery lasted about 45 minutes while I was shooting short clips in 4K 60, without turning the camera off in between shots. That's actually not too bad, especially considering it was freezing outside. Just to be safe though, get yourself a spare battery, just in case. Another potential drawback is the lack of IBIS. Now most RF lenses have image stabilization, and you can always use the digital IS in the R8. But if you enjoy doing long exposure shots or handheld video, this might be a limitation. On the bright side, the camera is extremely compact, making it perfect to use with a gimbal. Video on that soon, so stay tuned. Next up, SD card slots. Well, slot. The R8 has only one SD card slot. Now for me, it's not a major concern, since I'll be using it as a companion to my R6 Mark II. But if you're considering the R8 as your primary camera and for professional work, this might be something to think about. Lastly, it's worth mentioning the reports of overheating. Due to the compact body of the R8, it is prone to overheating, especially for extended shooting sessions in 4K 60. Now personally, I haven't experienced any issues, but I will definitely keep an eye out and report back in my full review in a couple of months. So after trying out the Canon R8 for a bit, what are my overall thoughts? Well, I think it offers a whole lot for the money. You're getting a full frame sensor with stunning image quality and pro video capabilities, all packed into a compact little body that you can easily toss in any bag. Of course, there are compromises, but for me, it's a no-brainer. It's the perfect companion to my R6 Mark II. Now I just need to do a detailed comparison against my R7 and decide which one I'll keep. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Here's a couple more of my videos that you might find interesting, so check them out next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.